You know, I just wanted to get guys, you know, like Barron, who's right behind you. Yeah, but yeah, you know, it's definitely my job to, you know, get get guys that I wanted to be around and big time guys to make our team better. And you know, with all the guys we've had so far, I mean, I think that we should be in good position, you know, for the next couple of years.
Definitely, and you just got an award last night. I know it was a couple weeks ago when you
Yeah.
actually were named that. Um, but yet you're still a 4-star. A lot of people kind of wonder, why you're not a 5-star. Do you kind of have a chip on your shoulder? Does it really not matter just because you go out there and you've won, 40 some straight games in a row and all that? Does that not matter to
I
you?
mean, people can rank me wherever they want, but I know the player that I am. I go out there, I win games, and do everything I can to win games and put my team in a good position to win as best, you know, the best opportunities. I mean, I try to give the team best opportunities I can and just go out there and play. And I mean, that stuff doesn't really bother me. I mean, it doesn't really bother me that somebody's like sitting there ranking me because of, you know, what I do, like, I don't know, at the opening or something like that. I mean, like, that's kind of like, I don't know how else to put it, but I mean, I win games, I do my thing. I mean, there's nothing else I could do. What else do you want besides winning games?
Yeah, definitely. In December, you talked about adding 2, possibly 3 or 4 more 5-stars to the class. Where does that stand right now? Is that still kind of the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, we're in good position, I think, to get 2 this weekend, hopefully with Darnay and Jeff. I mean, I know we're right there with both of them. So, yeah, I think we're in good position for those 2. Other than that, I don't really know. But this will be a good weekend to wrap up those 2.
Definitely. And have you done any extra recruiting with them, this week?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to them and stuff, but at this point, they probably had their decision made and stuff. So, I mean, you can't really change or influence too much at this point.
Do you expect any learning curve going into college? I know, like I said, you hadn't won a game or hadn't lost a game in high school. Do you expect there to be any difficulties, transitioning to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be, the game's going to be fast at first, and obviously playing in games like this, it's going to help out playing with all guys that are All-Americans and top guys in the class and stuff like that. So, I think that, there probably will be a time where it's going to be tough, because it's going to be a little bit faster and stuff like that, but I think I'll pick it up fairly easily.
Definitely. And I know you've talked about your relationship with JT Barrett a little bit. You said you kind of looked up to him.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you for him to come back next year?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be big. He's going to show me the way and how state quarterbacks do it. I mean, look, he has every record at that school. I mean, being with him, it's not going to be bad at all. I mean, you understand everything that you're gonna be able to understand everything that he does and kind of put his words of wisdom into mine, give that to me. So it'll be huge for me.
Definitely. And just lastly, Ohio State had a couple offensive changes recently with the coaches. What are your thoughts on that change?
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, obviously I had a good relationship with Coach Beck, but it's not anything that's going to change with me. I committed to Coach Meyer, because even Coach Meyer was sitting in the room, and Coach Beck was right there, and he told me, he's like, there's a chance Coach Beck, he'll get a better opportunity, going somewhere else. And he said, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do about that. If he gets a better opportunity, he's going to have to go. But the thing is, I can promise you, I'm going to bring in the next best guy. I'm going to bring in the best guys every single time. I'm not going to bring in some guy that has no history or no past of winning games or being a great offensive coordinator and great quarterback coach and stuff like that. So I mean, it's definitely nothing that I really worry about at all. Even because Coach Meyer told me a while back that was going to happen, and so I'm not really worried about it too much. I mean, I wasn't worried about it. I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, I didn't really stress about it. Then he told me a couple days later, who it was, and then I was like, all right, I trusted him, and that's look what came in. I mean, so we're in good position to, be successful the next couple of years.
Definitely.